Good morning. Today we will start with pressure and fluid statics. We will discuss with the stability of immersed and floating bodies. An important application of buoyancy concept is the assessment of stability of immersed and floating bodies with no external attachments such as ship or submarines. We usually take example which is ball on the floor. We had three cases here. So this is ball here. It is in stable position. This is neutrally stable. This is unstable. So with the help of this example we understand stability. There are three balls at rest on the floor. A, in first case the ball is stable since any small disturbance to the left or right generate a restoring force due to gravity that returns it to the initial position. If you ball move in this direction, whether you move in this direction, the restoring force due to gravity will generate it and it will come back to the stable position. Case B is neutrally stable because if someone moves the ball to left or right, it will stay put at its new location. If you move this ball to left or right, it will move to its new location and it will remain at the new location. So it is neutrally stable. So it does not move away or it does not come back to its original location. So it is neutrally stable. It will remain where we will left it. Case C is a situation in which the ball may be at rest at the moment, but any disturbance, even an infinitesimal small, cause the ball to roll off the hill. It does not return to its original position, rather it diverges from it. This situation is unstable. So if you disturb this ball by an infinitesimally small amount, here or here, it won't come back, it will move from the hill, so it is unstable. Now take, what about a case where a ball is on an inclined floor? Definitely it is not really appropriate to discuss the stability of this case because it will not in the state of equilibrium. In other words, it cannot be at rest and would roll down the hill even without any disturbance. So there are total 4 cases we have discussed. Stable, in which it will restore to its original position. Neutrally stable, it will go to the new position where we put it and remain at that position. Unstable, where it will little disturbance will lead it to go downward hill and it won't come back. Now take in case of floating body or submerged body, the rotational stability of an immersed body depend on relative location of center of gravity of the body and the center of buoyancy, which is the centroid of the displacement volume. Now you can see 3 cases here. This is your example of a stable body. Here center of body is here G, center of buoyancy is noted by B. In this case, center of gravity is G and buoyancy both are aligned and both are at the same point. It is neutrally stable. In this case, your center of gravity is above the center of buoyancy. Center of buoyancy is below the center of gravity. Now in 3 cases, body is displacing some volume. Now center of buoyancy is the center of displacement volume. Means if this much amount of volume fluid is displaced, where it should be the center of buoyancy? It is at the center of the displaced volume. So means if this is spherical shape, the center of buoyancy is just at the center, means center of the displaced volume, and displaced volume equal to the shape of the body. So in case it is at just center of the sphere, an immersed body is stable if your center of gravity is below the center of buoyancy. Means center of gravity can be below the center of buoyancy if the weight at the lower side of the body is more. You can see here at the lower side of the body most of the weight is located. So center of gravity will shift below the center of buoyancy because center of buoyancy is always at the center of this sphere or displacement volume, and center of gravity will move downward because the most of the weight is located below this sphere here. So an immersed body is stable if the body is bottom heavy and thus G is directly below point B. So in this case, body is stable. A rotational disturbance of the body in such case produce a restoring moment to return the body to its original stable shape. Means if the weight is laid below, if center of gravity is below the center of buoyancy, the body will return to the original position. Thus a stable design for submarine calls for engines and cabins for the crew to be located at the lower half in order to shift the weight to the bottom as much as possible. Means in case of ships, you can say the most of the weight of ship is located at the lower side, while upper part of the ship is made lighter and lower part should be made heavier. Hot air or helium balloons are also stable since the cage that carries the load is at the bottom. So this is an immersed body whose center of gravity is above the center of buoyancy, and any disturbance, means rotational disturbance, any disturbance from this side or this side will rotate the body and the body will move to upside and down. So in this case, body try to rotate either in this direction or either in this direction, so it will be unstable. Same in the case of ship, the ship will try to rotate this direction or this direction if center of gravity is above the center of buoyancy. This will happen when the most of the weight in the ship is located at upper decks, so that is unstable. A body for which center of gravity and center of buoyancy coincide is neutrally stable. So we have a body whose density is uniform throughout. As compared to this body and this body, its density uniform throughout. In that case, center of buoyancy and center of gravity will coincide and it is neutrally stable body. For such bodies, there is no tendency to overturn or right themselves. Now discuss a case where a center of gravity is not vertically aligned with the center of buoyancy. You can see another case where center of gravity and center of buoyancy are not aligned. Now you can see two forces acting by some distance. So they will form a restoring moment. They will form a couple and restoring moment will try to move the body to the stable position. Even if we won't disturb this body, even then it will try to move to stable position without any disturbance. Means body is not in equilibrium state. So it will try to go to the equilibrium position and it would rotate itself to make it to the most stable position. Now you can see the direction of restoring momentum. It is counterclockwise. When it will move counterclockwise, the center of gravity will try to become in line with the center of buoyancy by moving it counterclockwise. Note that there may be some oscillation, but eventually the body settles down at its stable equilibrium state. The stability of body is analogous to that of the ball on an inclined floor. Can you predict what would happen if the weight of body were on opposite side of the body? Means this weight can be on this side, but what will happen if the weight is on this side? Up to now we have discussed the stability criteria for immersed body. Now for rotational stability criteria for floating body is same. Again, if the floating body is bottom heavy and thus the center of gravity is directly below the center of buoyancy, the body is always stable. But unlike immersed bodies, a floating body may still be stable when G is directly above B. So this is an example of floating body where center of buoyancy is below and center of gravity is at higher level than center of buoyancy, but this will is stable. Now consider a case when your ship is tilted. Now when it will tilted, you can see on this side the larger portion of ship has displaced the volume on this side. So your center of buoyancy will shift to this side because from this side the more water is displaced by the ship. So center of buoyancy will shift from this axis to at this point. So this is your center of buoyancy. Now two forces, gravity and buoyancy, acting by some distance will form a restoring couple. So it will form a restoring moment which will rotate the ship to the back to original position. So this axis and the ship axis where these two will cut is called metacenter. Metacenter M, the intersection point of the lines of action of buoyant force through the body before and after rotation. So this M point is metacenter, and the distance between G and M, this length is called metacentric height, which is a measure of stability of floating bodies. The metacenter may be considered to be a fixed point for most hull shapes for small rolling angles up to 20 degree. A floating body is stable if M is above the point G and thus Gm is positive. You can say here Gm is positive, and unstable if M is below G and thus Gm is negative. So if this M shift below G, so Gm will be negative. In this case you can see Gm is negative because M is below G. Now in this case you can see gravity is acting downward, buoyant force B double dash is acting upward, and they will try to overturn the ship instead of restoring the ship to the original position. So this couple, you can see direction, it is clockwise, so it will try to sink the ship and ship won't return to back to stable position. So this is the unstable position. So means the boat can turn up to a angle that is say 20 degree, and beyond that angle it overturns and sinks. We make a final analogy between stability of floating objects and the stability of a ball rolling along the floor. So the same example can be explained with the help of a ball. A ball in a trough between two hills is stable for some disturbance but unstable for large disturbance. You can see this is ball between two trough and this is a trough. So between two trough you had a ball. So the ball returns to stable position, equilibrium position after being perturbed up to a limit. If the perturbation amplitude is too great, the ball rolls down the opposite side of the hill and does not return to its equilibrium position. So means if you tilt the ship, the restoring moment will make it stable, but if you tilt a ship beyond that particular limit, means say 20 degree angle, say, that it won't return. So reverse will happen when your buoyant force and gravity force act in clockwise direction. You can see ship is turning, so in which case your Gm is negative or metacentric is below the G center of gravity, your ship will turn and it will sink into the ocean. So this is up to here about the metacenter, metacentric height, center of buoyancy, center of gravity, and your stable, unstable position of the ship. Subscribe this channel, like this video. Thank you for watching this video.